I won't get this tag ever again. And I really didn't want to settle. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh my. Oh. Look at that, dude. Look at the mass on him. What a cool animal. I've spent the past 19 years of my life preparing for this moment, to hunt and kill a giant bull elk with my bow on a once-in-a-lifetime public land archery elk hunt. 'Every now and then life tests us. Sometimes these tests are self-inflicted, sometimes not. This story is about one of those self-inflicted tests. It's about a quest for something I wanted for a very long time. Just a climb back, darling. When you're feeling out your own phone. Can you tell that it's just 19 years ago, at age 31, I began applying for a special limited entry elk tag for the chance to hunt one of the best archery units in the country. And 6 months before my 50th birthday, I drew that tag. Just to climb back down. 'In hindsight, this is one of the most rewarding hunts of my life, but it almost wasn't. Look at that, dude. Wow. What a relief, Brad. The line between success and failure is razor thin, so I'm grateful, because this story could have ended completely different, and it probably will next time. That's just bow hunting. Welcome to the struggle. Months ago, there was enough mosquitoes here they could lift you and carry you away. Hopefully I had enough battery power to get me through this last few weeks. All the great hunters I know invest a great deal of time into scouting. Scouting can make all the difference between success and failure. For most of us, the chance to hunt a unit like this only comes once or twice in a lifetime. Still can't see it. I drove all that. See where there's not really a road there. There used to be, but when they logged it and stuff, they just left debris, and you just kind of four-wheeling through stuff. Question is, how close could you get without bumping them while they're bedded? I like scouting. It's like trying to solve a mystery. Where do the elk feed? Where do they water? Where do the elk bed? And the biggest mystery of all, what's out there? This archery tag afforded me the opportunity to hunt some very big, very old, and very crusty bull elk. What my friend Ryan Lampers would call a megasaurus. We're talking a near mythical beast. And that's what I was hoping to find.
Hot sand on toes, cold sand in sleeping bags. I come to know that memories were the best things you ever had. The summer shorn, beat down on bonehead back, so far from home where the ocean stood, down dust and pine cone tracks. We slept like dogs down by the fireside, awoke to the fog were all around us, the boom of summertime. We stood steady as the stars in the woods, so happy-hearted in the warmth rang true inside these bones. As the old pine fell, we sang.
Well, that's the last camera. Now it's time to scoot out of here and go check what we got for Christmas on the cards. Man, a lot of dust, a lot of bugs. They come out of the woodwork when it gets this late. I feel like we got some good intel today. We haven't even looked at the cards. Excited. Get back to the camp tonight and see if we find any absolute Godzilla giant monster megasauruses. Blade? Dude, every tine looks like it's there to kill you. Right, it looks like a freaking sword. He is just such a
See, that's on
freak,
the wall.
dude.
He's the most bad A bull out there.
If you had all the bulls we got on camera
Yeah.
lined up and they're like, you can have that one.
1 through 5,
which one
or
do you
1 through
pick?
6. James Reese is number 1.
James Reese. Okay? He's out of the question. You can't have him. Number 2.
Dude, I don't know why, but I go to freaking wonton every dang time.
No way,
Every
dude.
time. Like,
No way.
I love the split. I love how long and heavy his, like, you look at the mass on his eye guards, his brow tines, like,
Wonton?
dude, he just gets me. And I think he
Look
surprises you.
at Blade, dude. Look at that bull.
See, Blade is like 4 and 5 for me.
Dude.
Like, it's cool.
Hunters can argue for hours on which bull is the best and never get tired of it. And after weeks of sharing pics with all my friends and getting their opinions on which bull they would go after, I discovered that a man's taste in elk can be as diverse as a man's taste in the ladies. Some dudes like 'em skinny, some dudes like 'em curvy, and some like 'em tall and some like 'em short, but there's one thing all men have in common. We all appreciate a nice rack.
Like, it's cool.
All right. Wait,
cool.
back up. So you're saying James Reese, and you're saying Wonton over Keanu, over Nemo, over the one, over John Wick? Are you kidding me?
I like the look more. I like the character more.
Oh man, no, I don't. I'm not feeling that at
because
all.
There are some other bulls that, like, maybe not here, but I've seen.
Sure. I get where you're coming from.
Okay, let's back up. You can't really have a productive discussion about the bulls you're after without giving them all names. So, that's what we did.
It's time!
First off, in the heavyweight class, with his first appearance on a Gritty Film production, we have James Sullivan Reese, also known as Commander or Commander Reese. Also in the heavyweight class, we have John Wick, also known as Keanu Reeves, aka Nemo, also known as The One. And in the middleweight class, we have Blade, also known as Wesley Snipes, Eric Brooks, or the Daywalker. Also in the middleweight class, we have Wonton, aka Wonton. And finally, in a class unknown, we have Pretty Boy, aka Zac Efron, also known as Malibu Ken. And we have Bond, James Bond, also known as 007. All right, so that's the lineup. And what you see here are two men arguing about which bull is the best.
So, okay, fine. We'll do your thing.
Yep.
It's James Reese, Wonton for you, which is ridiculous. And then the third one would be...
I would have to put, as I think about it, I have to put Keanu Reeves up there.
Okay, you poor thing.
I know. Because
Okay,
he's just
and
so
then what?
symmetrical and long.
And then what?
And then I would put... dude, I am so torn between Blade and Pretty Boy. Like, I am so torn. My thing is
No way.
Zac Efron surprises the hell out of you, dude. Look how long his fronts are.
Clearly, Brad is one of those people lacking a refined sense of taste, unlike me. But I've learned that it's okay that my friends disagree with me. After all, I can't force them to be right.
Wonton and Blade to me are sixes.
Yeah.
I see the same thing with Reese.
See, and that's how, like,
Sixes.
Reese is here, and then my 2 and 3, right here.
Your 2 and 3 is messed
And
up.
again, Wonton.
If we pulled 90 hunters, 100 hunters, none of them would put Wonton over the top of Keanu Reeves.
When we get home, we're going to take a poll.
Yeah.
We're going to take a poll.
Nobody would. I feel like we could talk about bulls and which one's bigger forever. Do you know how many debates we have had?
Oh, yeah.
Then you add in Anthony, Ben, Carter, Helm. Everyone has an opinion, by the way, on which bull is their favorite. And when they don't agree with me, it kind of bothers me.
Get a little jaded.
I get a little annoyed, but I'll say that's what's fun. None of it may pan out and serve any. We may not be able to get any bulls out of
You could
all
have
this
all this time and effort,
for nothing.
and the plan goes totally awry.
And that's totally true. But I'll tell you what, this has been fun.
Yeah.
I feel like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
It has been fun to come out and hang the cameras, scout the unit, drive around, glass, just having that tag in my pocket.
Learn where you can and can't drive the side by side.
Exactly. Almost flipping it off a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, half of the reason I'm belaboring the subject of where to hunt, which bull to go after, what the ranking is, all that, it's just because it's fun.
I didn't know it at the time, but I would never actually see any of these bulls on the hoof in real life. I have no idea what Blade and Reese and Wick and Wonton look like with hard horns and the flesh and blood. Where did they go? I don't know. Maybe they were under my nose the entire time. Or maybe they migrated 15 miles to a new area. I hate these unanswered questions. But ultimately, it would not matter. 3 days before the opening day of the season, my cousin Ben and my uncle Kevin would spot a few stud bulls in my target area. I named my favorite bull Hook.
100 miles an hour in the fast lane. 100 miles an hour toward the light.
And I named this big 6x7 Flint.
Now look at you when I see my friend. 100 miles an hour in the
And this bull I named Bones.
100 miles an hour to the end.
I think he's a really good bull. Wow. See, Ben, I think we can get to the top of that meadow. See, what time is it?
Every morning, these bulls would feed out into this open hillside at 8:10 a.m. And they would exit the meadow into the timberline using this trail between 8:20 and 8:25 a.m. every day.
Uh-huh. He disappeared? Yep. Is he your 6x7? I don't see that extra.
After watching these bulls repeat the same feeding pattern 3 days in a row, we made a plan to ambush Hook at 8:20 a.m. on the opening day of the hunt.
See, what time is it? Well, finally, it's opening morning of my elk hunt. Got Ben here, and we spotted a bull up in this drainage 3 days in a row now. He's kind of, well, not just him, but we've seen good bulls in this meadow 3 days in a row. We're about half a mile from the meadow. The wind's blowing downhill, and we're gonna start creeping our way up through this kind of drainage right here. It's all grassy, and pick our way up through it and see if we can spot and stalk our way into a nice bull. We got our stockisms, sneaky feet in our packs, and we'll throw those on if we need to. And yeah, we're gonna see what we can find. You might be a shooter. He looks pretty good, Brian. We just had a bull at 50 yards come walking out right in front of me, but I couldn't tell how big he was. I looked and looked and looked, and he got me excited, but not excited enough to punch my tag on the first day. So Ben got a little bit of him on film, but now we're gonna work our way up here to this spot where we know some big bulls have been feeding. We're
right spot now. That was cool. That was really neat. He's so close. 50 yards right across. I mean, it was perfect. He's a big bull. I mean, we're not used to seeing bulls like that. And he's a shooter in any other unit. He's wide. He looked heavy. I don't know. We're guessing. I don't think he's a shooter. Well, he's a shooter, just not here right now on the first day. Yeah. Anyway, that was cool. All right. Let's see if we can find those other two. At first, I thought he might have been that 7x7, but no. Wow. That was really cool. That bull, I could hear him breaking branches coming down the trail we're on. And crossed right in front of us.
This encounter would haunt me for days. The truth is, I'd have shot this bull if it was deep into the hunt. But it wasn't. It was day one. I hadn't even suffered yet. The mystery of what lay ahead in the next 4 weeks was unanswered. Once you punch a tag, all the future possibilities of a hunt come to a close. In exchange, you get the animal. In moments like this, a decision's got to be made. Is the animal in front of me worth trading away the adventure ahead? On this day, the decision was easy, and the answer was no. But down the road, I'd question this decision every day. With the thermal wind sucking down canyon, we approached Hook's meadow from below with the wind in our face. The plan was pretty simple: creep through the woods to within 50 yards of Hook's exit trail and put an arrow in him as he entered the tree line on his way to his bedding area. Everything was looking good. We had eyes on Hook in the meadow. He bugled. We were within bow range. But there was too much brush in my way, and Hook casually slipped into the tree line before I could take him. But it was close. No big deal. I had Hook patterned. It was just a matter of time.
I zig, they zag. I was telling Brad, I've been here 8 days. This is day 9. We had like 3 or 4 days eaten up by weather, storms, flooding, but still a lot of days. And I keep trying to play this chess match and set up, and then get these bulls as they come through like I expect them to. But I think I'm real close to hook or that big 6x7. They've both been in that meadow in the last 4 or 5 days, a couple of times. So Brad and I scratched a little trail just to get rid of some of these really crunchy leaves. There's some sections of us when we close that last 100 yards that are just bad. So we scratched a little trail in there down to the dirt, and we'll come back, I think, every night and every morning through that trail. Get on the edge of that meadow for at least a few more days, because I think it's just a matter of time. The wind is good. I don't think the elk approach the meadow from that direction very often. So I don't know. It's where I've seen the big bull of that meadow and the slope he came down on last night. We spotted him about 7 o'clock. Came out of the trees and he just started walking down the hill, and he came and he raked a tree and just destroyed an aspen. And then he came down and he fed on the edge of that meadow. We booked it from the top of this mountain down, ran up, got to the edge of the meadow. Got to within, the closest we were was 110 yards. Not much. We were out of light. I mean, if he had just been like on this side of the meadow instead of the far side, our side, could have been a 40-yard shot or something. But we ended up being kind of stuck. He pinned us at 110. He looked down at us a number of times, and we were in the wide open. So we backed out. We waited till it got a little dark. The wind was in our favor, and we snuck out. That bull looked like he was headed down this draw to water after dark, which I think is what he's been doing. We have a better approach. Moving forward, he will not hear us. I mean, we're walking on sand now. So yeah, I think we just have to keep getting to the edge of that meadow and wait for him to make a mistake. I've sat a number of places. The problem is the wind has not been consistent. But this particular spot, it's good in the morning and in the evening. Odds are we might get a crack at him here in the next day or two. But I gotta tell you, it's frustrating. Been hiking my butt off. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's tough when you're just trying to be a ghost, a silent ninja. When you're sneaking through these woods like that, it like uses so much muscle and there's so much tension. Every step counts, you know, every move you make, and it's just this concentration effort that's a grind. But, you know, testament to our abilities. Yesterday, you know, we motored right in, got there. I mean, what, another 15 minutes, 10 minutes of light, we would have been able to probably sneak to 60 yards. But we just ran out of daylight, and he was just a little too far. But he sure was pretty. Video's not very good. We didn't plan on bombing off of our glassing tip and chasing him, so we didn't bring all of the gear, and so the camera was back at camp along with my stockison, so I hunted in socks last night. But yeah, we filmed it with our iPhone instead, so that's what you're getting right there. No, hey, we got some film, but yeah, it's good to have Brad here. We're gonna lay down some footage and see if we can't get some close encounters with some giant bulls. They're in here. Honestly. We crept in here. Perfect. It's like our plan. And Hook is bedded about 15 feet from me. We came right here and he we saw each other face to face and he was like, boom, took off up the woods. I'm kind of sick to my stomach. I'm working so hard to get that bull. It was perfect. If he had just been out in the meadow feeding, we were gonna come right on top of him. Perfect, man. He's gonna be out there this morning. Got here just a little bit early and he's still bedded right here. I expected him to be bedded up there. I don't know. I don't know if that means he's out of here or if he's gonna come back in a day or two or today. I don't know. I don't know how spooked they get. I don't know. He bunks. We've been in and out, and here he is bedded right on the trail. But he was a giant. So freaking annoyed. Oh, I hate. I'm getting sick of this bull crap. This close. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm seriously ill right now.
Every day I feel it. Some sort of darkness moving in. I can hear all them whispering pines in that sweet feel of a perfect moonlight.
10 days working to outmaneuver Hook, and on the edge of victory, I messed it up.
The shadow always lingers. It's coming creeping round the bend. It's been waiting just to hold me. Just to hold me and move it.
I told myself, it's just an elk, chill out, grow up. But it wasn't just an elk.
I swear my pocket watch is closing, and it's sending me to hell.
To fail is evidence that I'm not good enough. Yet. And that reality sucks. You have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have been found wanting. I had become solely focused on Hook. So focused that I had chose not to shoot Flint a few days earlier, even though I had him in front of me at 50 yards for minutes.
My whole life I've been running from you. Oh yeah, and I'm tired of being nice. Just don't have it inside me. I can't take much more shit from you. And I have turned you out of my life. You love me when you need a high. Not spending my money on you. Yeah, I'm done now and I'm through with you.
I felt in my gut that Hook was gone, but I had no other leads.
And I'm through with you, yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm tired of being nice. I just don't have it inside me. Can't take.
I would spend 5 more days trying to find Hook, but never see him again. Not only that, all the elk in this area would disappear on me.
'Cause I'm through with you. And I'm through with you.
Oh man, look at that. This Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pillowcase was at its end of life because it didn't take much to put a
Your childish Ninja Turtle pillowcase is
tear
finally
in it.
ruined.
Gosh, man, that hurts.
Let's see that thing.
All for the Starlink.
I think it's shredded.
I know. Look at that. I don't know. It's very old. It's actually my little brother's. It's Brent's pillow case.
So it's not very sentimental, or what?
It is to him. It's been around a long time. I usually roll it up in my canvas cutter. He left it a couple years ago. Last trip we went on with the canvas cutters. Well, Brad and I loaded up the side-by-side, and we moved about an hour or so across the unit to another area that we scouted back in June and July. And we saw some great bulls over here. We saw that bull we nicknamed Wonton. We got James Reese over here. This is probably the biggest bull that we saw on camera pre-season. We only got one picture of him. We got Keanu Reeves. We got the one. Got a couple other bulls over here. I forget
those are the standouts. We're going to be learning the area a little bit more. We just brought enough to last a few days over here, and then just to scout it before we decided to move our main, like our trailer and the whole camp and stuff. So we're just throwing out some canvas cutter bedrolls. We got some freeze-dried meals, a little bit of fresh food in the cooler, and we're just gonna post up here and see what happens. Hopefully we find a lot of sign, a lot of tracks, and see some big bulls. This has been a trying hunt, that's for sure. But that's bow hunting. Like every bow hunt is like this.
Yeah.
It's like you have these inner demons that just give you doubt, or tell you, they've left, they're gone, they're not here anymore. But you just got to keep going. He had some long fronts. He's a 6x5, big old long whale tail on the back. He's cool. Kind of heavy gold bull, but not quite. He's on the, I don't know. I'm not a great judge, but I don't think he was the bull we're looking for, but that was cool. He was 50 yards.
He was named by my grandma, she cut it from the Bible. And he passed it on to me like granddaddy's rifle. Raised me up like sweet corn, credited a disciple. I fought it like hell, he became a rival. I've never known better, 'cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. Goddamn, I am my father's son.
I remember in 2016 going into my boss's office, telling him, hey, I'm gonna quit this corporate gig
that pays really well. I'm gonna go hunting a whole bunch and become a podcaster and hunting film guy. And he was like, "What? Are you kidding me?" Like, no. He's like, "Can you make a living doing that?" It's like, I'm gonna try. We'll see. Remember the first day I woke up after I quit my job. There was no one there to tell me when to get up, when to go to work, when to come home, how late to stay, whether I could take time off or not. I remember waking up and thinking to myself, Brian, never, ever, ever forget how good this feels. To just be your own boss and to do what you want and to be free. And I knew down the road that there would be days when, you know, the path I took didn't work out how I wanted. You know, maybe I wasn't making the kind of money I used to, or I'd come out and spend weeks in the woods and have no success. I remember telling myself, never forget how it felt when you got to be your own boss. This is like a fun house. There's like a wall of thick aspens. She didn't know what to do. She just ran back up the hill. And the bull started bugling, and Brad called him into 30 yards, but I couldn't shoot through this. I mean, it's just like, I'd have to thread a needle. His heart and lungs would have to be like in the perfect window. It got exciting.
I tried to be different, trying to go against the grain. Didn't make no difference, I just ended up the same. I've never known better, 'cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drink
I end up working more now than I ever did before. But I do get to spend it how I want to spend it on the projects I want to work on. And I can go ahead and take 3 weeks off and go chase elk and no one's there to tell me no. It is a special thing. So as much as this has been a bit of a grind, I'm tired, frustrated, disappointed in my performance, not closing the deal on a few close calls, or at least just letting opportunities slip by. It's like, that's, what do they say? It's like, any bad day out hunting is better than any great day at work.
Surrounded, dude. Call me in another one. Man, when I heard him rigging, I was hoping he sounds big when he bugles. I thought about shooting him. I can't afford it all.
We're putting in the time, we're in the woods. We're not on the couch at home. We're not back at camp. We're in the thick. Keep telling Brad when we sit down and have lunch or stall for a little bit, I'm like, why can't I be one of those guys where some giant bull just comes walking up out of nowhere and I just smoke him? That's what I'd like to have happen. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I hear guys like, they're out and they're, my buddy Jared, remember him telling me he sat down to take a dump and he wasn't very flexible, so he's like leaning on a tree. Dang elk walks out, grabs his bow with his pants down, smokes it. Why can't that happen to me? Maybe it will.
wind is just going every which way. It's terrible. So we're actually dropping off the backside where it's really steep. And then down below there's a big bench. So we're dropping like 500-600 feet in elevation pretty quick. We're almost to the bottom now. We got the stockings on. And we've got like 4 or 5 bulls bugling in this freaking nasty remote timbered area. And so we're gonna give it a go. I doubt these bulls in this area have been called much down in this hole. It's about 2.5 miles in. And most people hunt pretty close to the road because there's a lot of elk there. But we're gonna give it a go and see. See a bigger bull come wallowing and kicking out like that. Oh, he's giving you all the shots in the glowing sun. His top isn't finished out. I like his waviness, like each squiggle on each tine. And I like how he flares out and then kicks up. It's kind of boxy. He's just a cool shaped. Brad made a few calls maybe 15 minutes ago. He's just slowly working his way over. I wonder if another big bull will show up in this meadow. He's almost in bow range. You're gonna lose him behind this tree, huh? Well, let's just see how close he gets. He's in bow range. Brad, he's doing this. A big bull might. He's swallowing. Big mature bull might do the same thing. He's 65. times. That was funny when we came on that meadow and you were like just letting off some cow calls and there was bugles like all over. All of a sudden, you're like, that's in the meadow in front of us. We look and there's a bull right there in front of us. Crazy. He must have wallowed like, I don't know, 6 times up close, but he was wallowing when we first heard him too. He just kept getting muddier and muddier. There's a bunch of rubs around here. Well, that wind, by 9 o'clock, it just started sucking up the canyon where our bulls are. So, it's funny, like, the elk are down here in the meadow. The wind is blowing down, blows down in the morning, sucks into the cool air, and it blows down. And they get out of this meadow. It looked like they got out of here by 8. And they moved with the wind blowing in their face all the way up to this head. They get up in there and then the wind switches because the sun's hitting the basin. And instead of that wind blowing downhill, it starts blowing uphill. So they walked with the wind in their face to their bedding area. And then after they got there, the wind started blowing the other way, so they know there's nothing dangerous in front of them. And now they know there's nothing dangerous behind them. And that is why it's very difficult for us to kill them in the morning. But I'm excited about coming back here, if we don't get a bull tonight, coming back here in the morning and just being here. The wind is so good right here. Which is half the battle.
He'd send me a 20 just to get back on the saddle. I put up a good fight, but I didn't win the battle. I guess a tree don't grow very far from the apple. I never known better, yeah. 'Cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. Goddamn, I am my father's son.
I used to hate being called Junior, but I don't mind any longer.
I just think about how cool it is to be able to be out here as much as I am. And if I put in all this time and I don't get the bull that I want, that's life. That's something that hunting teaches you, is there are no guarantees and you don't get any. You don't, just because you got a tag doesn't mean you get to punch it. The wild and nature, it does what it wants. You do your best, but there are no guarantees. But all I need is for one handsome bull to make a mistake. Step out in front of me.
just called in 4 bulls. One was almost a shooter. The other one's a giant 5. But that giant 5 only came into the meadow, cruised across, and went up. And there's some other cows on the other side. I could hear him mewing. He put his nose up like he was chasing them, but the wind's getting bad, so we're gonna swing down and come up this other side, get some elevation. Wind should be good up there. It's supposed to blow super hard today.
Wallow, big meadow. I don't know, man. That's 2 bulls that have come into those wallows. Trying to see if we can get on that 5 again. Big one.
should have settled more. He was looking right at me. I think that was 10 yards. I shot him for, I don't know why, because over there I shot him for 40. Brad, that was a steep quartering away. That arrow went halfway in. I should have made that second shot count. I settled and I was like, I punched it, but I thought I was 20. I could hear him bubbling inside. They for sure hit the one. I think he got through enough to hit the other one. It's such a steep quartering away, but disappointed in that second shot. I got the full draw. He looked at me. I mean, did he duck at all? He's a cool bull. Big 5, I love that. Shoot. I think he's dead. I think that shot's fatal. It's a big wound channel. I mean, if it's not fatal, it's gonna wreck him so bad he shouldn't be able to move. And when he walked right here, I could hear his insides. Sick. Well, it's been a little over 2 hours. Brad and I have been chilling, just giving him some time. I've been looking at the video. And the second arrow was just an embarrassment. But I think the first shot was so good. We're gonna find out, as we track him. There's a good bit of blood here, but I think he's dead. But when you don't see him die in front of you in sight, there's always a lot of anxiety that comes with it. We're gonna take our time. We're just gonna follow the blood and scan the trail and get started, and hopefully he's dead. That looks like lung blood. It's all spongy and airy. Yes! What a relief. There is no feeling like this. Oh man. There he is, dude. Oh, yes. Oh man, what a cool bull. Oh man. Wow, Brad. That is a cool animal right there. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at the mass on him. What a cool animal. Oh, what a cool bull. Wow. What a relief, Brad. Holy cow, dude. Oh, what a cool looking bull. I was talking about this with some guys before the hunt started, and they said they were talking about a lower scoring 5x5. And
there's a bunch of dudes that are like, oh, I'd go for a 5x5 all day long because they just have this look to them that's so cool. You can see him starting to try to put that out, but look at that, dude. Oh, the mass, Brad. Yes! Oh, finally. This has been a grind. This has been a grind. I came close to shooting a bull. It wasn't this nice yesterday. But look how wide he is, Brad. Look how wide he is. What a stud. I won't get this tag ever again. And I really didn't want to settle. Gosh, I'm grateful for this. I'm just so grateful.
Grind has been worth it.
So many hours spent trying to do this. Just huge. There's some big bulls in this unit, but they ain't easy to kill. It's we did this all on our own. Didn't enlist a guide or anybody. I wanted the experience myself. I wanted to figure it out on my own. I had a little bit of help from some friends who've hunted here before. Ryan Carter was a big help. Our buddy Schaefer. And I gotta say, it took us a while, Brad. It took me a while. But there's something a lot more satisfying about us having done it on our own. I was feeling a little guilty because I'm keeping Brad from his family and all his other things, just sitting out here calling for me over and over, but I can't thank you enough, brother.
Congrats on a freaking stud 5.
What a big animal, dude. Watching him walk across that meadow, I was like, man, can we get to the other side? Can we figure this one out? Can we get this bull? I don't know how long that 6th is. Well, the 5th, I guess.
He's probably got 55-inch main beams.
I love how he goes up and just kicks back
Maybe longer.
hard.
I mean, he's got long main beams.
And Brad, look at the wavy. Look at how he waves. Like here, he goes up and
Yeah, he
kinda
got super
S-curves.
long daggers.
And then it curves back here too. I'll tell you what. Archery's just, it always is so tough. But when it finally comes together, man, it just feels a little different. Dude, when that other bull came posturing up on him, I'm like, dude, you got balls. Because when he started turning and coming over him, I was like, yeah, there ain't no. You guys aren't in the same class. I wonder if that is from fighting, though. It's a big old gouge. And it looks like that gouge goes across. I do think that was from the fighting. Caught him in a battle. Felt a little dirty sneaking up on him while he was distracted.
That, my friends, is what the rut will do.
I told you, I hunted like all phases of this season. And there's just something really cool about experiencing it all, like when they were in velvet and they just rubbed, and then, post rub, sort of their behavior for about 3 to 5 days, and then when they just got all alone and quiet, and then you could feel as the rut started to ramp up a little bit. No cows were quite ready, but they were horny, and Brad called in some giants. They didn't have any cows yet. Within 3 or 4 days, they all had cows. I mean, yeah, it's like so many phases. And I was like, Brad, the truth is, I'm just not that good of a bow hunter. I need the rut to kick in here and become the great equalizer, so I can find a way to make it happen. And sure enough, man, they got dumber and dumber the last 3 days. Dumber, which is perfect for us, perfect for me. And I mean, this tag ends right as the rut's just really starting to pick up. So I knew the last few days of the hunt could be the best days, but at the same time, you get some really bad weather for those last 3 days of that little rut activity, and your hunt's over, and your hunt could be over real quick. It's a close run thing. I love the width, Brad.
Yeah.
Man, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Brad. Been waking up every day, getting up with me, day after day. Failure after failure. Look at that, man. I was asking Brad earlier, why do we do this? A lot of other people go to a concert, see a movie, barbecue, go to the lake and water ski, snowboard. Why do we suffer for a couple weeks, endure like extreme cold and discomfort, and then kill something and pack it out? There's something about it that is ultimately rewarding. It's in the DNA. It's just what we're meant to do. There's something that calls me to it.
From the fold forever gone, the towers of the
Dude, I like it that he's not a 6. I like that. That just makes him neat. Just a heavy, massive 5. There's this dichotomy between craving comfort, warmth, safety, and craving danger, excitement, and hardship and struggle. It's like there's these two battles I have with these two sides of me. I think the human being is meant to struggle hard, and there's something about that is ultimately fulfilling. So here we are, doing another one of these adventures. Can't wait till the next one. I do want to go home though and sleep in a warm bed with my beautiful wife. That would be nice. That I'm down with for a while, and then the call of the wild comes back. And we are off again. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the film. I hope it wasn't too long for you. It's a long movie and we're kind of experimenting with length right now. Let us know in the comments below what you think about it. Honestly, this is a personal story, personal journey. It was a wild time and I really didn't want to cut out. I wanted for my own a year, 10 years from now to reflect on the story, and I just wanted to tell exactly how it happened. And I hope that the authenticity and the realness of what actually happened came through and you got something out of it. I appreciate all the comments that you guys left on last week's wolf hunt film and engaging with us. We love that we have this community and that you take the time. I know it gets a little redundant probably to pop down in the comment section and say something, but as I read it, and Brad reads it, and my kids read it, my wife reads it, my mom reads it. It does really help us grow the channel, but also selfishly, it's just, we love engaging and hearing what you guys have to say about the work we're putting in. So thank you so much for that. And if you leave a comment this week, you'll be entered to win a brand new rangefinder from Leupold Optics. Just leave a comment below, like and subscribe to the channel. One thing that is not in this video is a lot of gear talk and a lot of after shot discussion showing you like how the arrow and broadhead broke a rib on the way in, what kind of damage it did to the lung. We have a lot of that footage. It's a bit graphic though. And so we're saving that for the Gritty Gear and Podcast YouTube channel. We also have some great interviews coming up, sitting down with some great people. We're going to talk to Ryan about the wolf hunt. We'll let you know caliber and grain of bullet and sort of the behind the scenes of how that wolf hunt went down. Talk a little bit about behind the scenes of this elk hunt. We're going to get into the side-by-side I was using.
Which was a game changer.
It changed everything. I had a lot of upgrades done to this. So there's a gentleman in town, Dan, works at Young Power Sports, and he really helped me get this thing dialed in for this unit because it was nasty.
It's no joke.
And so that's an interesting discussion. Brad and I go into the trailer build some more and how we were hunting on this trip using that trailer. We're also going to talk about the second shot on this hunt a little bit. One of the things that every archery hunter wonders, is how does the equipment perform? And then what happened? Like on that second shot, it's actually not as bad as it looks on video once we get down and we're actually feeling the holes and the exit wound entries. And that second shot was a lot steeper than it looks on video. And it actually exited behind the shoulder on the offside. So we have a bunch of video of that kind of stuff, which I think is fascinating. And then the broadhead, how it performed. And I just think it's useful. We're going to talk about the stockisons that we used and also the sheep feet stealth bombers. We love them both. There's pros and cons with each. We're going to go into detail on that and some other gear and equipment we used on this elk hunt. So check that out over on the other channel. And last week, I asked you to share it with 5 friends, and maybe y'all did because the wolf film went nuts. And so, again, if you really enjoy this film and you like it, and you know some buddies that would appreciate this archery elk hunt, please send them a link and just say, hey, you guys, check out this film. These guys are doing great work. We appreciate that. We're doing a wolf hunt giveaway right now. It's still on. We got one more week. You have between now and December 1st. And there's 3 ways to win. Just go to thegrittystore.com, buy a hat or a shirt or a sticker or something, or go to stealthyhunter.com, buy some supplements, rifle cover, glassing pad, or go to thewesternhuntingsummit.com and get a pass and join us this June in Montana. You get 150.
Be sure to use the code WOLF. You have to use the code WOLF to be entered.
For every place you shop.
Correct.
What you win is not just a wolf hunt for you, but you and a buddy. Someone of your choosing. It's March 2025 coming here up soon, or 2026 if you can't make it this year. And you also get to win a
Weatherby gift card.
Weatherby gift card.
And then you get Tricer gear, Peaks gear, Stealthy gear,
Schnees,
and then some Schnees boots for that cold hunt.
So all you got to do, like I said, shop at Gritty, Stealthy, or Western Hunting Summit, and you'll be entered to win. If you share this on Instagram, we're going to pick one person as well, and we're going to give away a pair of trekking poles to that person. Now, we're going to pick the winners for leaving comments last week, this week, and all the winners for Instagram and all the winners for the wolf hunt. on December 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, the
That
week
week.
following
Yep.
when the giveaway closes. So look for that. And along with all the gear and the wolf hunt, you'll also win an $800 training course, fitness training course. It's a great course by Outdoor Training Solutions. It's a great course to help you get in shape. Check that out. I hope you're enjoying this channel, the Gritty Films channel. Only films come here. Only films are dropped here. Be patient with us as we drop more legacy content over the next few weeks. We're going to try to get every single video we've ever made over onto this channel so you can find it in one place. But we have brand new films coming December 8th. We have some in January. We have some in February. So just stay tuned, be patient. There'll be brand new stuff, but I think it's worth getting it all over onto this one place. And a lot of new people are discovering us all the time. And so we like that we have this channel so that they can just binge watch everything that we have created over the years. We look forward to reading your comments. And if you want to win that wolf hunt, you have about a week to shop at the Gritty store or at Stealthy Hunter. Use the code WOLF. Don't forget that. You'll be entered to win. Thank you for everything. Stay gritty.
As the old pine fell, we sang.